Open up a drawing app, draw whatever you want, then zoom in. It's most likely that you'll see pixels, which means that you're using what's known as bitmap or raster graphics. In other words, pictures are made up of multiple tiny squares, and each square has a set color. So that might all be obvious, but vector graphics work differently. They're built mainly on lines, curves, and nodes. In other words, instead of saying the pixels here are filled in and have the color black, it's a line from here to here has a thickness of 1 pixel and is the color black. Vectors can have many other properties like their curvature, their fill color, and patterns, among other things. With all these properties, vectors can be very flexible and versatile. Due to how they're coded, vectors won't lose information in the same way as raster graphics. For example, if you resize a picture to make it bigger, it'll look fuzzy or pixelated. This also happens when you rotate, stretch, or manipulate them in various other ways. Meanwhile, vectors can be changed however you want and never lose quality. This is the main reason why they're valued in certain areas, like making logos. Adobe Animate, or Flash, also took advantage of vectors' properties and used them for animation, with tweening being one of the biggest examples. Personally, my main use for vectors is line art. Normally if you mess up line art, you usually have to redraw it because of the fuzziness that I mentioned earlier when you try to adjust it, but vector line art can be adjusted as much as necessary without losing its quality. It's also worth noting that vectors aren't perfect and amazing for everything, even though I do like to praise them, as you can tell from my name. The best example that comes to mind are paintings, because although it is possible to do them with vectors, from my experience it's a lot harder and way less intuitive. Either way, try out vectors, experiment with them, and maybe they'll help. I'll list out some programs with vectors in the description, and I'll see y'all later.